Speaking of opposition, obviously your likely Democratic opponent, if you make it to through the primary here, is going to be probably Stacey Abrams again, who you defeated last time, although I suppose she never conceded that. That's sort of something you've had to deal with quite a lot recently, people being upset about elections. But we're here to talk about guns, so I just want to focus on her quote on constitutional carry, where her critique was, it's not simply about the crimes being committed, it's about how safe we are in our own communities. She said this on a talk radio show on 95.5 WSB in Atlanta. Why would we make it easier for people who have felonies, who have mental illnesses, who have demonstrated a lack of responsibility? Why would we make it easier for them to carry weapons? Why would we make it easier for our communities to be put in harm's way? Now, my understanding is that this bill would not make it legal for somebody who has a felony or has been adjudicated mentally ill, is prohibited from owning guns, to carry guns. Is that correct? And what would your response
I think if you really translate what she's saying is, she doesn't want law-abiding people to have firearms and to be able to carry. You know what she's saying, obviously those individuals shouldn't be allowed to carry. The legislation would prevent that. But when you have people that break the law, they don't really care about this. You know, this is about letting lawful people be able to carry their weapon and protect themselves. But, you know, Stacey Abrams has been critical last year of our, you brought up elections. We passed an Elections Integrity Act. We got the strongest elections integrity law in the country now. It's easy to vote and hard to cheat here. But look, she's going to criticize everything that we do. But what's more concerning about Stacey Abrams is her words prior to what she said on WSB radio, and that she wants to confiscate your guns. You know, I worked the whole pandemic to make sure that would never happen. With the public health state of emergency that I was given by the General Assembly, we used those powers to make sure that we protected our manufacturers so that they can continue to work the whole pandemic. They were never shut down by the government. We never prevented anyone from being able to buy or sell firearms in our state. We were the only state of any state around us that kept all of our, shooting ranges, our state parks and other places open where law-abiding citizens could go there and shoot or hunt or do whatever. And because of that, we've seen this, really our whole outdoor industry, from shooting, hunting, fishing, everything has exploded. And we're just not going to allow people to confiscate guns in the state of Georgia, especially during some sort of emergency crisis that we have in our state. And to me, when you look around the country now, I think our citizens, I know here in Georgia, but I feel this way around the country too, it's now more important than ever as to who your governor is. Because you've literally seen one person in a lot of states throughout the country act more like a dictator than a governor and prohibit people from having, rights and freedoms that we're accustomed to in this country. And that's what I'm fighting for in this great state that we live in. And she would take us in the complete opposite direction. So my sights are continuing, no pun intended, to be set on her. I know that's who I'm going to be facing in the general. We feel good about having the rematch, and I'm the only candidate in the race that can beat her, and it's vital that we do that. It's vital not only for our economy and for our families in Georgia, but it's vital for our Second Amendment rights as well.